Okay, it says we're back live. Internet fucking working. I'm not dropping frames. Everything seems okay.
Okay. Are we actually live now?
It's got the notif on my phone.
Yep, there's a live.
We're sorry, we're extremely scuff friendos.
Yeah. Shit, that went south fast. I'm tweeting the new link now.
You do that, friend. Oof.
Yeah, it looks okay on my end.
All right. Uh, did you tweeted out a new link?
I
Okay.
did. I should go retweet it on the mo
Yeah. Did you just retype your comment so it's there for prosperity, Aki? Because we had to
Jesus.
restart the stream.
This episode is gonna start awkwardly now for anyone watching in the future.
Um, Face front, true believers. This is Modular Media's No Price Podcast, where we talk Marvel movies, comic books, merchandise, and more. I'm your host, Chris A. your writer, Gaston, and with me, as always, in the bullpen.
The slightly sickly competition, the vacuuminator is here.
Hey, DC Bell's
No.
quiz, not that sickly.
Ha ha ha, you're funny, man.
I mean, I do look like a dollar store version of Bo Burnham.
Oh, wow. I didn't see
You're all
that
caught
one
up,
coming.
folks.
We did it.
We did it! Yay! Ah, that's Emos.
Anybody else enjoy last night's episode of Doctor Who? See, it's funny because they did a time loop plot.
Oh, we'll mention Doctor Who later.
Yeah, I imagine so.
But in the meantime, let me open up the slideshow.
Mm.
Because yeah, we didn't do the podcast last week just because sickness, variety of people just did not vibing. It was just not. It was a no vibe day.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
So we're gonna just do 37, and we're gonna talk about Hawkeye, episode 6.
It's over. We did it. We made it. And you know what? I gotta say right out the gate, I really enjoyed full spoilers, everybody. It's been out for 2 weeks. You've had
Oh
enough
yeah.
time. I really enjoyed the amount of focus Kingpin got in this episode, just right out of the gate, showing him in that back to tank with the flashbacks, and then that interaction with the Sam people. It was also what? Why are you laughing?
Fuck off, you numb nuts.
Book of Boba Fett was also pretty good.
I still need to watch it. I just haven't had a chance to.
Best Disney Plus show, Aki says in the chat. I don't know if I agree with that. I put it maybe third in my
Yeah,
personal
see,
ranking.
I still really enjoy WandaVision and Loki immensely. I'd say it's on par with Falcon and Winter Soldier for me, at least.
See, I'd go okay, if we're just gonna do this right
I
off
mean,
the
it's also the
bat.
fucking beginning of the year and the end of last year, so might as well just fucking.
My current ranking is best Falcon and Winter Soldier, then Loki, then this, then WandaVision, then What If. Was there one other show?
No.
I feel like there was another show. Okay, yeah.
In terms of shows, no. That was it.
Okay.
If we're just talking shows, mine's a little similar. I think I have it Loki, Wanda, this, and Falcon tied for third. What If at fourth?
hmm
Um, I think it's fair. This and Falcon had very similar, not tones, but vibes.
Yeah. The reason I put Falcon and Loki so high is because I feel like, with a few small exceptions in terms of Loki, and just the fact that they're both playing off of stuff that happened in Endgame, they are very much self-contained stories. this and WandaVision are tying into and playing off of so much stuff that has happened and is now going to happen. Uh, same thing with Loki, but Loki feels like its own thing more than it does. We're setting up a thing
Right.
until you actually get to the thing they're setting up.
That's a fair enough listing. It's Aki just posted Hawkeye, then Loki, then Wanda, then Falcon.
Mhm.
Haven't seen What If. Don't want to. It's fine.
Yeah, and
Remember,
like
remember, you got to treat
I,
the MCU like you would treat comic books now. You don't have to
Mhm.
pay attention. You don't have to keep up with it. But if it's mentioned, they're gonna probably tell you what you need to know, and that's all you got to worry about. So just pick up the ones you want to watch.
Yeah, there's literally a moment in this episode of Hawkeye like that.
Hmm.
You don't have to have seen Endgame, but we got to do a thing with Yelena. We got to do a thing with Yelena. You don't have to have seen Hawkeye though, or you don't have to have seen Black Widow though, because we introduced her last episode, and you kind of know what's up.
Oh,
Which, by the way, we never talked about last episode. That blipping they did with her was awesome.
oh yeah, no, it was amazing. Also, real quick before we continue on Hawkeye, do we want to talk about the three MCU movies where we rank them?
The three MCU movies of this year.
Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, I'd probably put. God, it's hard because I feel like there's recency bias, but I do want to put No Way Home at the top,
Hmm.
Shang-Chi in the middle, and Eternals at the bottom. And that's not even to say that like any of those are bad. I feel like Spider-Man gets that little bit of nostalgia boost, but other than that, I liked Shang-Chi and Eternals equally.
Yeah, no, like I have the same ranking, but they're all they're all A+ movies in my opinion. Yeah, no, this is the most standalone. That's what I'm saying. Is like, if there is something you need to know, they'll tell you.
Hmm. Like they kind of give you a feel for who Kingpin is, but at the same time, it's such a big "yo, holy shit" moment when they actually confirm it's him for people who have watched Daredevil.
Like, you know, like they explain, oh, that's Kingpin. But if you know who Kingpin is, it's like, oh no, that's Kingpin.
Especially if you're a long-term fan of the character of the Kingpin. Like there's so much in this for me that was like because like I've been a Kingpin fan since I was a kid. I first found out about him through the '90s Spider-Man cartoon,
As
and
we
I
all
thought
should.
Kingpin. I find out about Kingpin, and I think like, oh, this guy is so cool. He's like he's another big bad for Spider-Man who's like even more intimidating than the Green Goblin because he has all these underlings and people that he controls and things like that. And like I just thought of him like that. Like I thought Spider-Man was the goat of Marvel characters because he has two big bad level characters. And then I get older and I find out like, oh, really? People consider Kingpin to be more of a Daredevil character, and that's how I fall in love with Daredevil.
Here's the thing. To me, Kingpin is the Doctor Doom of the street level heroes.
Hmm.
Like, Doctor Doom
Yeah.
is the big bad of Earth, right? He's the bad guy of Earth,
He's the global threat.
right? Kingpin is the street level threat. He is the top dog in boss for Daredevil, Spider-Man, Punisher, Elektra, Iron Fist, Power Man,
If
fucking
you hang out in the greater New York metropolitan area, odds are you're going to run up against some of Kingpin's guys.
yep. Oh yeah, none of them. All the movie releases also had a pretty good vibe, and they didn't rely super heavy. They relied on you knowing continuity, but so insofar as here's the continuity you need to know in the first minute.
Hmm. But no, getting back to this episode, when
Hmm.
when we found out at the end of last episode that yeah, it is
Oh,
Kingpin, and then Vincent D'Onofrio confirmed it was his Kingpin, and you were still going. You were saying like, I don't know if he's actually going to be in the show or not. That might be the most we see of him. And I was like, yeah, but I'm still kind of hoping for it. And then he's all over this fucking episode,
oh yeah,
and
no,
he's wearing the classic white suit,
oh,
and then he's wearing the suit from the cover to Spider-Man Family Business in the finale.
and all the
Like, let's
fucking
fucking go.
all the fucking people going like, oh man, it's not comic accurate, and Vincent D'Onofrio himself going like, bitch, receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, Spider-Man. Aki's right. Spider-Man's kind of like he's a street level character, but he's that upper mid card character, like in wrestling. He can be
Spider-Man
in the
is
main
the
event, but he's
everyman.
not in the main. But he's more often in the mid card. He can be in both.
Spider-Man is the everyman of Marvel. You can put him in just about any sort of scenario, and it makes sense that he's there.
The only one is like cosmic. You just gotta like give a like, how did Spider-Man get here? Oh, he fucking came with the Fantastic Four. Oh, okay.
He's stowed away on a spaceship, or somebody invited him.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Hmm
But back to this show. Fucking the people were going like, oh man, I can't take Kingpin seriously in the Hawaiian shirt, dude. Big buff white men in Hawaiian shirts are the scariest sons of bitches in the world. Have you not been to Florida?
Yes. And he's got the cane. I don't remember him ever having the cane in Daredevil, so to see him with it here was so hype.
Okay, this is a big ask. This is a really big ask. But the next time we see him, please, please, Kevin, I'm asking you, I'm begging you. Can you please give him the ascot? I just want the ascot for
Yeah.
one scene.
The ascot and a yellow undershirt.
Give me that Kingpin for like a scene. It doesn't need to be long. Just a scene.
Yeah.
I can vibe.
And like D'Onofrio said, they considered it to be the same character from Daredevil, and he plays it totally the same. Like maybe he doesn't get to get as violent as he does in Daredevil, but guess what? That's because we're on Disney Plus, not Netflix.
Also, it did get as violent as fucking Daredevil. Do you not remember? Okay, we'll ban it off. Remember, no spoilers. The fucking end. We're doing the thing from Daredevil.
Well, there's people upset. Oh, he didn't. He could in Daredevil. He smashed somebody's head in with a car door, but here we don't see him do anything near as violent to Eleanor. I'm like, motherfucker, that's because Eleanor needs to be in future
Echo.
things. Yeah. No. I'm talking about Kate's mom
Oh yeah,
because
yeah,
he rips off that car door, and there's a meme of him doing that and saying, "You're lucky we're on Disney Plus because on another business I crushed somebody's head with this," and I'm like,
no, but the final confrontation with Echo, because I was seeing like some people like, oh, they brought in Kingpin just to kill him
panel
off.
for fucking panel.
Ah, and then people were just going like, no, 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 you guys don't even know the half of it, and people and just telling them this happened in the comics, and it's just like,
Okay. So I've said throughout this whole show that we do that I ever since we found out Echo was getting a show, I was like, I don't know much about Echo, but okay. I've learned more and more about her as we've gotten introduced from her through Hawkeye. Like I do a little research each episode. So like I saw that scene and I was like, what the fuck? And then I went back and I looked into like and of course there's a billion articles day one. Like,
yeah, oh, yeah.
no, here it is from the comic. And I'm like, oh, that's sick. And he came back from that in the comic, so I'm not worried now.
Oh yeah, plus we didn't see the body. That's the only big thing with for me. If we do not see the body, they are not dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's you got to remember. If you do not see the body, they are not dead.
Yeah.
That's why Steve is still alive somewhere. He's an old man, but he's still alive.
Yeah. And remember, they brought Matt back the same week. This dropped the same week as No Way Home, or no, it dropped the week after No Way Home. So we know that they still want to do stuff with those two characters. And just think of that. Like I said last time we did this show, those Daredevil happened in the shadow of Avengers 2012. Avengers 2012 is the backstory for this. So now we have a Daredevil and a Kingpin that have been at each other's throats for like 10 plus years.
Oh man.
In the present day of the MCU.
Okay, I don't remember watching Daredevil season 3, so I don't